Hello race fans, and welcome to the finals of the DRC Open Classic Championship. We are down to the last two cars standing. It has been a difficult road for some, while others navigated this track with ease. We have two Chevrolets from Detroit left. You can think of them as first cousins who are far apart in age and have very little personality in common, even though they share lots of DNA. Gnocchi Jack was our highest point scorer with 11 points, and 58% of you race fans out there selected him over Sit and Flash to win this championship. And we have, in the red car with the gold trim, Sit and Flash steering the Pontiac Firebird 400 for Peg Hunter DRT out of Sri Lanka, and in the blue car with the white stripes, Gnocchi Jack commanding the 81 Camaro for Jackson Pass Speedway out of the US of A. DRC Racing is home of the starting line without a gate, the homemade track, and picture-in-picture. Alright race fans, lap number 1 of 6 is ready to begin, and they're out. It's a great start by both drivers. They keep switching positions. Not sure if they want to win, or if they're trying to play it safe and just make it across to collect some points. But it's the Camaro that lives a little more dangerously, and takes the lead for good, with a sweet landing, followed closely by the Firebird. We're going to check the replay to make sure all the bonus points are awarded correctly. And it looks like both drivers landed past the finish line, so each one collects an extra bonus point. The opening score is Gnocchi Jack 3 and Sit and Flash 2. Now let's move on to lap number 2. The Firebird takes an early lead into turn 1 and extends it into turn 2, but the Camaro darts back into the picture. The Firebird is trying to hold on as best as possible, but the Camaro is inching closer and closer. Looks like turn 4 was going to slow down the burst, but he powers through turn 5, and it's the Firebird that takes this lap. Both drivers will get points for finishing, but we will check the replay again to see who gets a bonus. The Firebird holds on to the lead until the end, and both drivers collect another bonus point. The score is even at 5 points. Lap number 3 is ready to break us out of this draw, and it's the blue car up front. The Camaro is blasting through the turns, leaving the Firebird grounded. The Camaro is extending his lead, but also taking it easy, making those smooth turns. Now going down the ramp and landing what looks to be another bonus. The Firebird also finishes this race, but his landing looks short, so we will review the replay to verify. The Camaro is all alone leaving turn 5 and accelerates just enough down the ramp to make a controlled landing. The judges are saying the Firebird did not collect a bonus point, so it's a 2-point lead for Gnocchi Jack. The new score is 8-6. Lap 4 is off to another fast start by both cars, and it's the Camaro that takes the lead, leaving turn 1, and is still leading after turn 2. But the Firebird is lurking back there, and the Camaro hits a billboard head on and jumps the lane divider, blocking the Firebird. Looks like the Camaro was going to give it a try in reverse, but stalls out, and it's going to be a DNF for both cars. I think we will need a new sponsorship from Redline Derby Racing to pay for the repairs. The scoreboard is still 8-6 in favor of Gnocchi Jack. And we're back at the starting line for lap 5. The Camaro is trying to replicate the last race up to the point where he hit that billboard, but the Firebird has other plans and takes the lead out of turn 2. But that was short-lived. The Camaro jumps back into the lead into turn 4, and now into turn 5. Goes down the ramp a little sideways and ends up doing a barrel roll once he hits the ground. The Firebird will collect 1 point for second place finish, but it looks way short of a bonus point. The judges are telling me they are not awarding a bonus point to Gnocchi Jack. They're ruling that he landed on the finish line. We all saw the Firebird come up well short in the live action. Gnocchi Jack is our current points leader with 10, and Sit and Flash is not that far behind with 7. Even though Gnocchi Jack has a large lead going into lap 6, it is still possible for the Firebird to catch up and at least tie this race, and they are in fact tied going into turn 1. They're exchanging leads out of turn 2, switching them again into turn 3. But Sit and Flash in the Firebird is the one that holds onto it headed down the ramp. And he makes the jump. It might be a bonus point. I don't see Gnocchi Jack following behind. It looks like the Camaro decided he did not have enough power to make the jump and saved his car right at the edge. Now if the Firebird gets the bonus, we may have a tie. And he does get the bonus, so we are even after 6 laps with 10 points each. Let's take a quick look at the race rules to see what's going to happen next. Since the scores are even at the end of 6 laps, we will be doing 2 more laps to determine the winner. The point scoring will remain the same, with 2 points for the lap winner, 1 point for the runner-up, and 1 point for the bonus jump. And the extra lap number 1 is off! And it is the Firebird that takes a quick lead into the first turn. It is still leading after turn number 2, but you can see the Camaro inching closer and closer. The Firebird tries to block the Camaro going into turn 4. The Camaro does not want any scuff marks on his paint job and steers off the road to avoid the Firebird. The first extra lap is going to end with a DNF for both cars. We're deadlocked at 10 points for each driver. The next lap can determine the winner. Extra lap number 2 is ready to begin. Here we go, race fans. Who will take the crown as the DRC Open Classic Champion? Right now the Firebird wants it more. The Camaro says it is my lead. And the Firebird responds with 2 words. Coming through. They're slowing down into turn 4. I hope they have enough speed to make the jump. And the Firebird goes sliding sideways down the ramp and ends up partially blocking the Camaro, sending both drivers into the gap. Another extra lap, another DNF for both cars. You can see at the very top of the ramp, the Firebird bumps the guardrail slightly, but it is enough to make it lose control down the ramp and take the Camaro with it. Neither driver gets any points for this lap. We're still tied at 10 after 2 laps. We're going to the judges and the organizing committee to get a ruling on how to break this tie. And it looks like we have a decision. We're going to have 1 super lap to hopefully determine a winner after 9 laps. And this is what we have all been waiting for, race fans. This is for the championship. It's the Camaro up front in turn number 1. But the Bird is flying into the lead after turn 2. They're even Stevens down the bumps. And out of turn 4. Who will take the crown? One last jump. And it's the Camaro that crosses the finish line first. What an amazing finish. They left it all out on the pavement after not finishing 2 extra laps. The replay shows them going down the ramp at the same exact spot, but it's the Camaro that has the cleanest line and the fastest acceleration. This is going to give Gnocchi Jack 2 more points for winning the lap, while Sid and Flash will get 1 point for finishing. It looks like the judges are not giving any bonus points to either driver. We have to take another look at the end of this race. Either one of these 2 Chevys could have taken the checker flag at the end, and it's not until the very last second that Sid and Flash hits the left wall and loses a little bit of power into the jump. This was the closest finish of the tournament. It might have helped the Camaro to have a lower stance, although the Firebird got to this final just fine with the bigger rear wheels and tires.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The winner of the DRC Open Classic Championship is Gnocchi Jack, driving the 81 Camaro. What a crazy couple months this has been. We have seen 7 unique races featuring 8 classic cars, with drivers hailing from all around the world. We have seen cars left in the dust, and we have also witnessed close finishes. The homemade track makes any race possible, and there aren't many better ways to end a lap than with a jump over a gap. Our special thanks go to our main sponsor, Peg Hunter LK. We would also like to thank the SPN Network and the Chaos Canyon YouTube channel. And we can't forget to give thanks to Redline Derby. I'm Gustavo, your commentator. Check out my channel in the description. Stay with us. This is DRC Racing, an exciting diecast racing experience. And we will see you again soon.